da, 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 and just that repeat of that, the repeat of that with the drums, the percussion going all around, surrounding it, and then her voice singing that, da, 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 just rising above that. It was so effective. It was like an 8-minute song. I could have listened to another 4 or 5 minutes. It definitely had me entranced. Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Into the Music. My name is Greg, and I'm going to react to another song. This one by Heilung. I think that's how you pronounce the band name. I've never heard of them before until just recently when YouTube decided to put this video I'm going to use into my queue. I guess they're picking up on all these different artists and bands that I'm using for this channel. It could be because of Aurora. It could also be because of Rammstein. And I'm going with some outfits and design, not so much the music. And yeah, because I checked out that concert. So what happened? Well, it's a video of a concert. So I decided to listen to the first song. I can't tell you the name of it. I forgot. But it was intriguing. And then the next song is this one. It's Krigsgaldr or Krigsgaldr. I'm giving my best shot. Please forgive me. So I said, oh, I don't want to check this one out. I want to actually check it out on this channel. So for the first time, I'm going to dive into Krigsgaldr by Heilung. So there's a build-up here, but visually, it's so interesting. Wow. And her specifically. But the whole band, yeah. All right. This is like percussion heaven. Wow. This band reminds me a little bit of Wardruna. I think that's the name of the band. They performed, or Aurora performed with them. I did a reaction to them like 4 or 5 months ago. Just in costume and the sound. Yeah. All right, here we go. I'll try to keep quiet the rest of the way. Yeah, so color me interested. Absolutely. It's a lot of things. I mean, first and foremost, it's the music. It's that sound. Uh, it's it definitely reminds me of that band. I think it's Wardruna, with the thumping of the drums. They have all these different kinds of percussion instruments. They got it's kind of makeshift. There's a lot of bones that I saw hanging around there. They were using a lot of things like um, yeah, animal bones. I mean, I'm hoping they're animal bones. Um, they were actually wearing antlers on their heads. Uh, so very, I could say, connected to nature. I think it's actually more to the earth. They just have that, just again, overall look, feel, just connected to the earth. There was a branch that was actually sticking out that some things were hanging off of, in front of one of the guys who's hitting the drums. There's another guy who was walking around kind of just doing that something, something that was hanging down. um yeah, you also had well, you definitely had, to me, like the main attraction right there, right in the middle. Her name is Maria Franz. Uh, I mean, I couldn't see her eyes, but she was beautiful. I mean, just the bone structure in her face, um, and she had this very confident smile. It was a little bit like, yeah, I got this. Totally in control. Um, the paint, the makeup that's painted on the face. uh she had, I love the lipstick color that was matching, like the war paint kind of stuff, on her face. And that was another thing too. This sounded very much like sort of a war cry. So I might be wrong about that, because I'm going to get into the lyrics. I have the English translation and I have not looked at it, honest. So it could be, singing about the sun and the flowers and the trees, and nothing about war. Um, but yeah, but she was beautiful. They were all really interesting, all of them. There was another guy too who was kind of like with the microphone, kind of hunched over, and he was singing like with a very throaty, very hoarse-like, like you had a really bad sore throat, and he needed a throat lozenge or something. He's like, "Ah!" So, and he's singing. So, but it all worked. It all worked, and the melody, the main, which was da, 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 and then da, 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 and just that repeat of that, with the drums, the percussion going all around, surrounding it, and then her voice singing that da, 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 just rising above that. It was so effective. It was like an 8-minute song. I could have listened to another 4 or 5 minutes. It definitely had me entranced. Absolutely. So I'm gonna pull up. I already have information pulled up, ready at my fingertips. And Heilung, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, right? Not healing, but Heilung. They're an experimental folk music band made up of members from Denmark, Norway, and Germany. Okay, very diverse. Their music is based on texts and runic inscriptions, and runic inscription is an inscription made in one of the various runic alphabets, generally contain practical information or memorials instead of magic or mythic stories. And also based on texts from Germanic peoples of the Bronze Age, Iron Age, and Viking Age. So Heilung describes their music as amplified history from early medieval Northern Europe. Their music is usually, I'm reading off a wiki here. Like, how does you know all this? I wish I did. Their music is usually about Norse deities, Jotnar, and Valkyries. This is really testing my pronunciation skills. Heilung is a German noun meaning healing in English. Oh, okay. So I could be totally wrong about the whole war thing. Healing in English. Okay. Don't want to harm, don't want to go to battle. They want to patch things up. They want to make peace. Uh, that's what I'm taking out of that. But let's see. So I'm looking at the lyrics, and they're translated from. It seems like wow, there's a whole bunch here. Old Norse, German, German Old High German, and Old English. So it's got all these different languages here. But I'm definitely looking at the English translation here, and it looks like the title of this song, the translated title, is War Chant. So I'm back to the war. So I was right initially. They might be about healing, but first, you know, they need to go to war. The healing will come later. Um, and so the song goes, the household wanes, built through a death wave over those the oarlocks wore out for, with a tired mast top. Who brought? Who brought the horde over to the far country? The godly fish from Furnoy streams, swimming in the drift of the land of shining meadows. What am I supposed to do if I want to talk about peace and understanding, but you only understand the language of the sword? What if I want to make you understand that the path you chose leads to downfall, but you only understand the language of the sword? What if I want to tell you to leave me and my beloved ones in peace, but you only understand the language of the sword? So they seem to not want war. They're trying as much as possible to be of peace. But it seems like to me, if they want war, they're going to get war. Let me see. I let the blade do the talking. Yep. So my tongue shall become iron, and my words the mighty roar of war. Revealing my divine anger's arrow shall strike. All action for the good of all. I see my reflection in your eyes, but my new age has just begun. The sword is soft in the fire of the furnace. It hungers to be hit and wants to have 100 sisters. That's interesting. In the coldest state of their existence, they may dance the maddest in the morass of the red rain. Red rain in so many songs, in Peter Gabriel's Red Rain, it just brings up really like just the imagery of that. Beloved brother enemy, I sing my sword song for you. The lullaby of obliteration, that's a strong word, so I can wake up with a smile and bliss in my heart and bliss in my heart and bliss in my heart. Coexistence, conflict, combat, devastation, regeneration, transformation. This is the best I can do for you. They sang all these words in the song. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm really not, because she just kept repeating kind of like da 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 da, da. But yeah, I mean that she's definitely. It just seemed like they were singing almost like the same thing over and over and over and over. Maybe not. And also that guy that I was talking about before, you know, where he's kind of doing that throaty, you know, maybe a lot of the lyrics that I'm reading right now are coming from him. I don't know. Drop comments, please. My first time with this band. I'm very intrigued and I need to learn. So please inform me. Um, it continues. I see a gray gloom on the horizon that promises a powerful sun to rise. It melts away all moons. It will make the old fires of purification look like dying embers, and repeats that 2 more times. The household wanes, built through a death wave over those the oar locks wore out for, with the tired mast top. So that's a repeat of one of the earlier verses. Who brought the horde over to the far country? The godly fish. So we're kind of repeating stuff here from earlier. The godly fish from Furnoy's streams, swimming in the drift of the land of shining meadows. Who brought the horde over to the far country? And that seems to be the end of the song. Wow. That was fascinating to me. Wow. I'm gonna actually, after this reaction, I'm going back, I'm gonna listen to it again, to that English translation. Yeah, that's cool. Um, yeah, fans of this band, this group, please drop in comments. Tell me about the song, what you know, um, what I need to listen to next. What is that next song from Heilung? And if I'm mispronouncing anything, please have patience with me and steer me in the right direction. I would appreciate that. In the meantime, I hope to see every one of you on the next episode of Into the Music.